Well, firstly, local elections are supposed to be about local issues. So that means, do you get clean running water, potable water out of your taps? Are your roads in a state that you can actually use them, and that they are not full of potholes? Is your toilet, when you flush it, does it work or does it boil over and the sewage spills into your bathroom or your toilet? Do you have a toilet? So all of those things are supposed to be done by local government. At central and provincial government, the central government is supposed to make overall policies and do things such as, for example, diplomacy, defense, police. So there the things are not as close to the people, although if the police doesn't function properly, it's also a problem. That is why some debates are now on to say that the police function, for example, should be devolved or decentralized either to provincial level or to local level even, because it's a national issue, and the police, if they're not performing, you as a local citizen can do very little about it. So there are differences in terms of the service delivery package that you vote for at a provincial and national level and a local level. Local government elections are actually, as far as I'm concerned, even more important than provincial and central level elections, because these are the people that have to improve our lives on the ground. Other point is that over and above the service delivery dimension, national and provincial elections, for the moment, let's just call them the national elections, are much more about, do you support, for example, a particular ideology? Do you support communism or socialism or capitalism or liberalism? Because those ideologies set the guidelines for how those governments will make policies. Will they make policies which, for example, gives businesses an onerous responsibility to keep people in a job, irrespective of whether they are gainfully employed? So those are more national issues. Do we as South Africans have alliances with China or the United States of America? Do we spend more funds on the National Defence Force to act in Mozambique or Angola or the Democratic Republic of the Congo? All of those things are national issues, and yes, they are important issues. However, if the Defence Force is in Mozambique or not, unless there is a state of emergency or a state of crisis, we don't know about the Defence Force. They are there, they operate in particular ways. When we have sewage in our streets, we know about that. So in that sense, we should take our local government elections and the people we elect very seriously. Last point, local government represents a kind of a school for, a learning opportunity for politicians. So it's the old principle, garbage in, garbage out. You often find that councillors become provincial councillors, and maybe over time national representatives. So there is a system by means of which a number of people get elected at local council level. If they perform not only in terms of your needs and my needs, but they start to become astute and shall we say experienced, and councillors, elected representatives with integrity, they start to understand governance, then that also creates a kind of a learning school by means of which there's a progression, and it increases the quality of governance over a period of time. So you can see it as maybe local government is the basic formative process of forming political leadership and forming governance leadership for a country. So it's an important role that it also fulfills in that sense.